My favorite ones are the ones of the guys that think they're sexy. There aren't any better than that.
I would say that losses also are more important in terms of experience, understanding.
Oh, huge, brother.
Fucking understanding
Huge.
what really goes on.
Welcome to podcast breakdown number 10. God damn it, you look good today. Never thought I was gonna make it here, but look at me now, bro. 10 episodes deep. Yeah. 10 episodes deep, baby. I'm gonna be honest with you for a second. I didn't listen to any podcast since my last breakdown. Whatever. But I still have a couple clips that I want to talk about. Today's gonna be a little bit different because I'm doing 3 clips from 3 different podcasts. I know, right? Pretty funky.
I think if you can learn.
Right.
If you can, one of the problems though is people refuse to accept when they're wrong. They
Right.
be self-critical.
They don't have an analytical perspective in terms of their own issues. They can't analyze themselves and see the flaws and be objective and introspective. Some people just don't have that because they've been protecting themselves.
As a human, which I'm assuming you are, one of the best traits you can have is the ability to realize when you're wrong. And if you don't believe me, just for a second, think about the shittiest conversations you ever had in your life. Most of them are probably with people that refuse to accept when they're wrong.
When I was a teenager, I remember reading that Michael Jordan would watch tapes of himself playing to figure out what he did wrong. I don't know if that's true, but to me, that was like, if you want to be the best, like him, you need to actively look for what you're screwing up and call out immediately.
Well, that's imperative for sparring.
Tim Pool said it well. If you're not actively looking for the things you do wrong, you're leaving so much potential growth on the table. And I know you've been watching the MJ documentary. You want to be like MJ, man? You got to train like that. Even though watching yourself is probably one of the shittiest things you can do, it's part of the program. I mean, so I've been told.
And you could apply that to anything that you're trying to do good in life if you have the time and the energy. If you go and do your job and then afterwards analyze what you did, pay attention to it, write things down, make a diary perhaps, or review your work, and really you'll get better faster.
All right, let me put some perspective for this next clip.
There's a really good speech by Arnold Schwarzenegger. He gave a commencement speech I thought was really, really good.
For the past 2 years, I've been working on 2 things. Starting my podcast company and growing on YouTube. The only time I've ever seen real progress or real momentum is when I ditched the idea of having a plan B.
He said, I don't like plan Bs when you're going for something.
You better be all in.
You better be all in.
Whatever you're in, you better be all in.
He said, because you're competing with people who are all in. And if you have a plan B, if you have an option in anything in life, when you're trying to...
And it was only these 2 things that I was gonna focus on. If I don't succeed with YouTube or this company I'm trying to start, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll figure it out then. When you have plan Bs, it's very easy to get in the mentality of, you know what? I'll just do it later. I don't need to do it now. I've worked hard for the past 45 minutes. When you shift your mindset to, these are the only things I wanna accomplish, you start thinking, holy shit, I better get this work done or else I have nothing.
Be all in. When you, and my mother said to me when I was an actor, I never forgot this. She sat down and she said, what is your plan B? Do you think you should go back to school and get your law degree or get your MBA in case this doesn't work out? And I remember I looked at her and I said, I don't have a plan B, baby. This is it. If I don't make it,
You called
I'm
your
a
mom,
failure.
baby. I don't have a plan B, baby.
No, I
I'll
said-
see you on the other side.
No, and it goes on. I go,
Also, this is one of the reasons Fighting the Kid's the best podcast out there. You're gonna laugh and you're gonna learn. You're not gonna love though. Fuck that.
I don't have a plan B, baby. And she goes,
See ya.
She goes, what? And I go,
Shut up, bitch.
I go, come here. And I made out with her. I know.
And then
I
you
know.
went, and then you went, you're disgusting, mama.
Yep.
See you in Hollywood,
Yep.
bitch.
And I have a son who's also my brother.
All right, this last clip is Chris D'Elia on the H3 podcast talking shit about TikTok because there can never be too much shit talked about TikTok.
You, I know, have been taking on TikTok,
Oh, man.
and I've got some great TikToks I want to watch
Dude.
with you.
It's so funny, that app. Well, all of them really are so bad.
How did you discover TikTok? You spent a lot of time on there?
Nah, I would see it on Instagram, and I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
I mean, me personally, I love TikTok. And the only other emotion I really feel towards it is absolute hatred.
There's no self-awareness.
There's no self-awareness.
Right.
People are just like doing shit like, rawr. Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, guys?
Yeah. That's perfect.
You know what I mean? Like, they're doing like growls, like real growls.
Does some of my hatred stem from the fact that I suck at TikTok and none of mine have taken off? Yeah, sure does. But the amount of cringy stuff that gets posted on TikTok is astronomical.
So there's actually a whole subgenre of TikToks of divorce TikToks. This guy's sworn to protect and serve, and homie is making a TikTok with a rain cloud over his wedding band. How many times can I forgive the cheating? This is the fourth. And there's like badass country music playing, and he takes off his wedding band. Epic. So
That's not real.
What?
I fucking promise you, there's a ton of them.
Do you know what happens after you make this video? Do you know what happens? The fifth time.
Right.
I'm just glad that I had friends in high school that would have bullied me to the nth degree if I posted some of the stuff that gets posted on there now. Shout out to the homies. Alright, that's all. Alright, so the next day, I have to refilm this outro because the one I did yesterday sucked! Nice job, man. You couldn't even film the outro, could you? God, sometimes I hate you. You can't even make a normal face. Anyways, I only got 3 points to end this off with. TikTok is like sex. Only do it if you're not gonna regret it in the morning. That's a simple rule. Everyone should know that. If you're gonna regret it in the morning, don't do it. Easy. If you haven't heard this song yet, you should probably go check it out. It's pretty sick. If you can take one thing away from this video, make it the Tim Pool and Joe Rogan clip. If you can master that skill of analyzing your work, see what you're doing wrong and what you can do better, your learning rate will be so much faster, it'll blow your mind, all right? Yeah, that's all I got. Just go listen to more podcasts, okay?
You can shoot it to where they slow down the song.
Okay.
So when you're recording it, you're doing it slow.
That's how they get that.
That's honestly how they do a lot of the Eminem videos. They would all be like when I did, and the old ones. You know how he's always like,
Yeah.
That's how they get that. And horror movies do it too.
So
When the people are like, you know what I mean?
Did they play the song for you slowed
Yeah.
down? Really?
Yeah, and because that's how they make that.
So it
fast
must feel
flow.
really awkward when you're doing it in slow-mo.
Yeah, the first time, and you're like, okay, I think I have the handle.
Yeah.
But
ABR. Always be recording.